Hello, the new Nikon mirrorless cameras, which go by the designation Z, presumably Z6 and Z7, 24 megapixels and 45 to 47 megapixels respectively, between the two cameras. Been told that it's the same sensor found on the Nikon D850, so it'll have the same BSI output and dynamic range of the D850 on the one unit. But I've been told by my buddy, who's a huge retailer on the West Coast, who has many contacts with representatives of various camera companies, including a Nikon representative who handles several states, is that the reason why the nomenclature, got a mosquito on my face, the nomenclature behind the Z series for the new Nikon cameras is a stab at Sony, which of course are A series or Alpha. In all technology, the first days of technology are always, of course, the worst, and later technology is, of course, always superior. Anytime there's new technology, obviously later technologies or later versions are always superior. Florida is the land of insects. Same thing with the premise of Alpha and Omega. Of course, Sony series are Alpha series. So presumably Nikon went with hard to keep the mosquitoes out of your mouth. Nikon went with the Z series designation for their mirrorless cameras as a stab against Sony, saying, hey, we weren't the first to the mirrorless arena, but we damn sure are going to be the best. And it's entirely logical that the backhanded inside secret stab at Sony's Alpha is Nikon's Z or Omega. I mean, we have the Alpha and the Omega. Literally, we have Sony representing the first, or the Alpha, and Nikon coming much later. And of course, there are a lot of advantages to technology being perfected and not being the first to market with new technology. Anytime there's new technology, it's never good. You always wait. It's kind of like you never want to be the beta tester. So this symbolism of the first versus the last, the Alpha versus the Omega, it's like, well, we got the first. It's like, well, that's wonderful, but the last is always the big hurrah. So the last letter in the alphabet, whether it be Greek or English, the symbolism remains the same throughout various cultures. You have the first, and then you have, boom, the last, i.e. the best. The perfected. Z in symbolism, or Omega in symbolism, is always representative of perfected, complete, and final. So the symbolism for Nikon choosing Z6 and Z7 and presumably Z8, Z10, and who knows what the hell in the future, is really kind of both humorous, ingenious, hilarious, really, when you understand the symbolism of it. So there you go. There's the Z symbolism of Nikon's mirrorless cameras. It's hard to keep the mosquitoes out of your eyeballs. Welcome to Florida, land of insects. And, like, white trash with skin cancer. I'm not representative of that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go downtown now with my Fujifilm GFX and do some photography.